Picasso's Cubist paintings aren't just fractured faces and geometric chaos. They're emotional puzzles, deliberately constructed to reveal truths that traditional art could never capture. When Picasso and Georges Braque invented Cubism around 1907, they weren't just breaking rules. They were shattering the very foundation of how we perceive reality, transforming emotion into angular planes and overlapping perspectives that force us to see the world through multiple viewpoints simultaneously. The revolution began with Les Demoiselles d'Avignon in 1907, a painting so shocking that even Picasso's closest friends called it a disaster for French painting. 5 female figures stare out from the canvas, their bodies dissected into sharp geometric forms, their faces transformed into African mask-like visages. The fragmentation wasn't random. Picasso was encoding raw emotion into every angular plane. The 2 figures on the right, with their mask-inspired faces, represent fear and fascination with modernity, while the distorted bodies challenge every expectation of idealized beauty. The painting's original title, Le Bordel d'Avignon, referenced Barcelona's red light district, and its psychosexual energy fueled its power to shock audiences for decades. Cubism's genius lies in its symbolic language of fragmentation. When Picasso painted Ma Jolie between 1911 and 1912, he reduced his lover Marcel Humbert to overlapping geometric planes in browns, grays, and ochres. Her form nearly disappears into a web of fractured reality. Yet the words Ma Jolie, inscribed within the composition, reveal the emotional truth. This isn't about capturing her physical likeness, but about exploring how we perceive love itself. The multiple perspectives show her from every angle at once, as if Picasso is presenting the totality of his emotional experience rather than a single frozen moment. The symbolism becomes even more powerful in Guernica, Picasso's 1937 masterpiece responding to the bombing of the Basque town. Here, Cubist fragmentation transforms into a visual scream. The disemboweled horse howling in pain symbolizes Spanish suffering under fascism. The bull with human eyes represents the brutality of totalitarian regimes. A light bulb shaped like an eye hovers above, simultaneously representing God's gaze, the flames of destruction, and the cold technology of modern warfare. Hidden within the composition, Picasso embedded a skull, superimposed over the horse's body, and daggers replacing tongues in the mouths of screaming figures. The Minotaur, symbolizing irrational power, dominates the left side, while a barely visible dove, peace erased by war, haunts the background. The emotional power of Cubist symbolism comes from its rejection of single viewpoints. Traditional Renaissance perspective assumed a fixed observer, but Picasso understood that emotion isn't experienced from one angle. Grief, love, rage, these feelings attack us from multiple directions simultaneously. By showing objects and figures from several perspectives at once, Cubism mirrors how consciousness actually works. The fragmented planes represent the fluidity of time, with past, present, and future collapsing into a single moment. Picasso's Cubist works prove that geometric abstraction can carry profound emotional weight. The angular faces aren't cold calculations, they're emotional maps, each plane representing a different facet of human experience. When a German officer asked Picasso during Nazi-occupied Paris if he created Guernica, Picasso replied, "No, you did." The fragmentation wasn't just artistic style. It was the visual language of a shattered world, reassembled into something that could finally tell the truth.